Thanks. So where are we today on the internet? We've got a wonderful way to exchange audio-visual communication. We can exchange text, we can exchange images, we can exchange audio, we can exchange video. And even now, some hobbyists are beginning to figure out how to connect this audio-visual world with the physical world through systems like the Arduino open source physical computing system. For example, there's the Botanicals, which is a physical computing system which monitors your plant to see whether it's thirsty or not. And if suddenly it needs water, it can actually send out information over the Ethernet to send a tweet to you over Twitter. So that's audio-visual, that's physical to audio-visual. Then there's also audio-visual to visual. This is the Telegarden by Ken Goldberg, which allows web users to come in to visualize and to interact with living plants in a real remote garden. So we've seen this example of audio-visual connecting to physical and physical connecting to audio-visual, but we do not have physical to physical interaction over the internet yet. Why is that? Where is our touch? Where is our warmth, our taste, our smell? And this is why I'm here tonight to recruit you to the Fi2Fi revolution, connecting physical people and things physically over IP. Now this is not really a new concept. We can go back to a story by Robert Heinlein, which he wrote about a crazy evil genius who is in a zero-G space lab going around the planet, and he would teleoperate these mechanical arms called Waldos to carry out his evil will on the planet Earth. And then in 1973, Tom Shannon came along with the telephysical phone system. So when you're on the phone with someone, you get really mad at them, you're grabbing the receiver, it can actually send that grip over the telephone system using frequency modulation to the other side. And then a group of Canadian new media artists in 1986 created this telephonic arm wrestling system. So the system would sense the force of the arm wrestler, it would send it over a telephone line to the other side, and they actually did this between Paris and Toronto. So how did I get into this? I was actually at Dorkbot Toronto, and afterwards we went out to a bar, had a few drinks, and we started thinking, wouldn't it be nice to be able to just slap someone over IP? Haven't you ever wanted to do that? So I got inspired by this slapping over IP concept, and I took it to something called Touch. And Touch is a system which I built which allows people to touch their fingertips over the internet using force-sensitive resistors and RC servos. And we did a demo of this between Dorkbot SoCal here in LA and Washington, DC. And then I came up with a system called Breath. And Breath is a system which allows you to blow into a small fan. It records your breath speed, send it out over the internet, and then it will actually make a case fan blow on the other side. Now it's 13,000 views on YouTube. Might have been something about blowing over IP, I don't know. To do this yourself, you need a microcontroller. I really highly recommend the Make controller because it has a built-in Ethernet system. It has high amperage motor drivers on it, so you can drive motors. You're also going to need some sensors. For instance, we have a force-sensitive resistor up here on the top. We have a Wii remote, which is an accelerometer connected over Bluetooth, or a fan like this, which breaks an infrared beam between an IR LED and an IR phototransistor. And you also are going to need a motor or some other type of actuator. This is an RC servo, which is a neat little system which has a motor with a closed control loop along with a potentiometer, which allows you to precisely position the output shaft. Now, where do we go from here? We can take the force of someone's hand and we can send it over the internet to, say, a massage cushion for a massage over the internet. From there, we can go on to a kind of global economic experiment where we have these change devices pulled out of soda machines, and you can put a change in one side, it connects over the internet, and pumps out change on the other side. Or, for instance, we can take a musical instrument, such as a xylophone, and we can put piezoelectric sensors under the bars of the xylophone, and then have them connect to solenoids under the bars of the other xylophone, and be able to play across the planet. And we can take the wonderful Japanese tea ceremony, and we can try to carry it out over the internet. We can use the right mechanical arms and the right mechanical hands to be able to extend this wonderful Zen experience across the entire world. or we can get back to sending pain over the internet. This is a voodoo doll made of conductive fabric, so when you stick a pin in it, it actually can notice that. It can send a message to the other side to drive a pin into someone's hands. So I like to call upon all of you to join the Fi2Fi revolution with me. Thanks.